Hey guys, I'm George Gonzalez and I love making games. And today I want to talk to you about making games. And this is specifically for those of you that are serious about game development. You want to finish games? Are you frustrated with not being able to get to the end, overscope, tutorial hell, all that? The whole point why I made this video is to help developers finish their games. That's it. And be able to understand things before they happen. So when publishing a game, there's a lot of things that come up that you're like, oh, I wish I knew this when I started, or I wish I knew this when I was doing this one thing or this tutorial, or all these things that come up and in retrospect after the fact. I'm making a YouTube channel to show you those places where you might want to think about what you're doing if you're trying to finish your game and actually publish it, whether it's on Steam, on Android, on iOS, on VR, Meta, whatever the platform is, and multiplayer, single player, 2D, 3D, VR. And who am I? Why would I be able to help you with that? It's because I've done it. I get paid to make games, not just make prototypes or simulations, but actually finish games that you can test. I worked on Knockback. That was my student project, my senior project. So you can even see that. I worked with a team of students, and we finished that and submitted it to E3 for student submission. It's on Steam. It's free to play. It's like Smash Bros. Meets the 3D world. So basically, you try to knock each other off, and you're dinosaurs with guns. After that, I worked on other things on iOS, Android, VR, but it wasn't published titles. It was a lot of templates and pitches to gain funding. Recently, in the past 4 years, I was able to help a company publish different games. The first one was Sail, and Sail is a VR game where it's basically like Sea of Thieves, but VR. I worked on the single player version. After helping Sail finish their single player demo version, I moved on to helping a team finish Monkey Do. And Monkey Do was started with 2 developers, and that was my first multiplayer title in VR. And we were able to publish, and then a year later, submit to the Meta Store. So we went from submitting to App Lab, 7 months, gaining traction, submitting a refactor version in a year in Meta, and releasing and making a super successful game. We had in-app purchases, free to play. So I learned a lot about the monetization system and what works and what doesn't. And then after that, I did the same thing with Cactus Jam. And this time it was one developer, one artist. But the main thing with Cactus Jam is that we really nailed down the profit margin. So we understood how to cut cost and how to make something more profitable in conversions in a free-to-play market. And so all those titles help me understand different things at different points. And that's what I'm here to share. And that's why I decided to put my thoughts on YouTube, because I could not find this information anywhere. And so now that I've gone through the headaches of publishing to the Metastore and to Steam, and I now know what it takes to finish a game, to publish it, and all the details within that purchases, free to pay titles, multiplayer games. And you might say, well, you don't make the kind of games that I make, but you can see in the channel, I posted a video I did for my friend on how to make a card game, a 2D card game multiplayer. And I grabbed tutorials from online and then tweak them to become multiplayer games. And so I show that those skills, that everything that I've taught, that I teach or I share, is applicable to any type of genre or game. I focus on principles that help you finish your games. And that's why my videos are different than what you would expect. I'm not here to make money. Sometimes developers make YouTube channels to have another income stream as part of that. I don't need that. I'm not making YouTube to get rich or to get 10% of whatever I make and put it into my game. My job makes me money. I get paid to make games. And then when I get home, I make my own games. And so right now I'm working on my own game, Magic Hunters. And the reason why I'm making that game on my own is because I want to be able to show everything, be completely transparent about numbers. And I can do that with my own stuff. With other stuff, I can't, because it's a contract work and I can't disclose certain things because it's not fair. And so with my own game, I can share anything and everything you want to know about. But with the other stuff that I worked on, I can share with you the principles and the things that helped me finish the games. And now I understand a lot of the things that happen in the middle of production, how to finish, how to not go over scope, how to keep track of tasks, and all these things that help me. Now I'm confident in my skills to finish whatever I start. And so I want to share that with you. And so my challenge to you is what I've seen work right now. The number one secret, if you want to finish games, is you got to engage. You have to ask the hard questions. You have to seek it. You can't be sitting at your desk expecting YouTube channels and AI to help you do what you can't do. So you need to interact. So how do you interact? How do you do that? It's by commenting. in the channel, subscribing. You can join. I have a community called Endgame Devs where I can help you one-on-one. We chat about it. I talk to a lot of people that sometimes are super introvert or they don't like want to talk. They're very skeptical. They just want to watch, but they don't want to interact. And so the problem is that there's so many things that can go wrong, and there's a variety of answers, and it's hard to make a video that covers everything. And I like if you tell me, okay, how do I make a 2D platform shooter or whatever it is, and I can go through the list and I can go search it, do it, and show you and do like a 10-part series on how to prototype that. I can prototype any type of game. Probably the hardest one would be an MMO. I have no idea. But for the rest of the part, 2D, 3D, multiplayer, single player is not a big deal. And so it's not so much that I can't do it. It's just that there's so limited time. And so the fastest way I can help you, and I mean you, like if you're serious about this, is to comment. Start a conversation. Let's say you have a problem. What do you think the problem is, right? Because the first thing is like you think you have a specific problem, but it's not the right problem. Or you're not asking the right questions. And so maybe I'll do a video on how to ask the right questions. But I need to know what you need or what you want. Because if I don't know, I can't help you. And the problem with the algorithm is that I know what people want right now. It's like how to do this, how to do that, how to do that, how to do X and Y. That, like, if I wanted to make money and grab clicks and views, I would do what everyone else is doing, like the 10 mistakes that ruin my game, or these things that how to like stop doing this and that. But those are not the right questions to answer. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to do something that other YouTubers will not do because it doesn't bring any money. So my videos will not bring me money, but they will help you. That is what I'm trying to get at. They might not be the best edited videos. I do need to spend probably more time, but again, because they don't make money, I'm just putting out there what I think is beneficial. So in order to make these videos more beneficial, I need feedback. I need to know what you are missing. Like, hey, so how do you ask the right questions? I'll make that video on Thursday. So you'll see that, and I'll post it at the end of this video. But I really want to help developers finish their games because I've seen, I want to change the way indie devs are represented, because there's a lot of developers out there, a lot of good ideas, but they're not getting done because people get stuck. And so there are some of you that might not be cut out to it, but I'm not here to do that. My biggest thing is to say, hey, if you're really passionate about what you want to do and you want to learn how to, I'll help you. I'll answer your questions. I'll talk to you in the comments. But what I've seen, like I said again, you don't have to be I'm not the most proficient developer or the most experienced coder. I graduated in computer science. I made games, I published, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's not about how much you know, but it's how well you execute on things and the ability to stay on task. And if you engage, you're going to do that. I've seen there's someone that is in YouTube that comments a lot, and he joined the community, and he's constantly asking questions. He DMs me, and I answer. He shows up with schedules the calls. He's like, okay, I need help with this, like, what's wrong? And he always asks the questions. He's not afraid to ask. Like, he just wants to get the game done. And so he joined Endgame Devs, and he schedules the calls. He DMs me. He asks. That's the main thing. If you want to get something done, ask. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I've seen very little on YouTube. I now that I'm in the space, I've seen a couple developers that I think they're amazing, and then they actually do help people finish games. But most of the other YouTube videos that I've seen don't do that. They just help you kind of jumpstart. But and oftentimes their courses are kind of like this evergreen content where they're not even there. Like, you show up, you pay for a package, a course, and you watch a bunch of videos, and the videos might be outdated. And then when you go in, you're expected to get answers from the group. I hate that. But like, I think the way community work is, yes, you don't want to have like the one person that's answering all the questions, but the reality is that you came to look for that person. And so I'm here on YouTube, I'm here on school, and I show up every day. And so if you have questions, I'll answer them. But the main thing is, like, my goal is if other people are answering the questions because they now know how to do it. That makes sense. So that is the difference between these other courses, where a lot of the other courses, you're stuck with other people that are in the same boat as you. And so how can they help you get out when they're drowning themselves? And so you have to get help from someone that's done it before. Okay. That's the other thing. It's like, you can't, like, I've seen videos where people are like, oh, I don't finish games, so I'm going to help you to finish your game. How is someone that hasn't finished games helping you finish your game? Or if someone takes 5 years or 3 years making a game and they still haven't released it, they have a demo, they're like wish listing forever. Like, how are they going to help you? Like, do you plan to make your games and spend 3 to 5 years making your game? My goal is to help you know what to do so you can make games faster today and actually finish them sooner than a year. And it depends on the scope, but start with a simple game. My goal is help you finish games, help you finish them faster, and then we can talk about making them better, marketing, testing, and all the cool things that make your game more valuable so you can make an income of the games. But it takes steps. You can't just jump in and have your first game be a commercial breakthrough unless you're willing to do a lot of other things. But let's talk about it. Comment below. What is the hardest thing that you're struggling with right now, that you need help with, or that you want help with? Where are you stuck? What are your questions? I want to challenge you to actually take game dev seriously if that's what you want to do. And it starts by being proactive. Get engaged. Get out of your comfort zone. And the only way you're going to do things better is if you change, if you improve. And you can't do the same thing and expect different results. So I want to hear what you have to say.